Okay, currently 1956. 4 minutes till go time. Adjust my monitor slightly. There we go. Check on Ghostmon. He is happy. That is not something I normally see. It's also standing still for once. Holy cow. Normally these guys on the Digivice V are just constantly running. But not this time. It's also got a little bit of a... I'm at half battery right now. I charged it for an hour this morning. Of course, it being a half battery icon doesn't mean a darn thing. I'm just trying to figure whether or not I should do some charging tonight before bed or let it go overnight as is. Yeah, we'll figure that out. I'll probably charge it for a bit during the stream because it's not super comfy to wear while typing, I'm not gonna lie. At least not for like all day. Okay, got that set up. Levels look good. Yeah, we are about ready to go. Cool. And we got the emergency cat ready to go. Just chilling on his big beanbag chair. I'd pan over, but my loft is a little bit of a mess right now. I just put in some new parts in my computer, and it required the use of all of the loft. Are we gonna have Seraphimon and Qinglongmon dim card? No. Well, we're kind of gonna have Seraphimon, but who'd they show? They showed like Mitamamon on the other one. We haven't heard about those in a while, so I don't know where those are at. But that's not to say Qinglongmon can't show up on the one with Mitamamon on it. We just don't know for sure that he would be on it. Looking forward to hearing more about that. So we have very little information about upcoming dims in general. Evening, Ray. Welcome. I should have a picture of those dims. 1 second, I'll bring it up. In the news channel. Alright, so that would be in news. And I want, what do they call it? Heaven or something? Yeah. Judgment of Heaven and Karma of the Gods. Here it comes. So you can take a look at it. Oh my. Apparently I'm on dial-up now, so that's cool. Why is it loading like this? There we go. Look at it a little bit more. All right, there's someone's anime girl. This is what inspired me to put the Dad Dinosaur, the Dad Dinosaur's boss from the classic ABC sitcom Dinosaurs. I put them up on my website for a while. So there you go, Seraphimon and Mitamamon, both supposed to have their own dim. One called Judgment of Heaven, which is this one, and then this one is Karma of the Gods. And it looks like it's supposed to be January 2022. And that it's, how did they describe it? It said it's part of Premium Set Volume 1. That's what this says right here. And what that means, I don't know. That could just mean it's going to be sold through Premium Bandai instead of being a retail release. It does say here that something about August 23rd, but August 23rd has come and gone, and we don't have any more details about this yet, so I don't know what that was about. In fact, I should probably find out, huh? Let's just go ahead and Yandex this real quick, shall we? See exactly what that says, and then we'll get going here. I'm not taking down the banner until I actually get going, because I haven't looked at this in a while. Yandex translate from, oh wait, English. Yeah, Premium Bandai reservation starts from 8/23, and that didn't happen, so take that as you will. It's a good idea to try it out. So I don't know what's going on with that, because they didn't update us. There was a whole kerfuffle when these Tamer Dims came out, and Bandai got a bunch of complaints from people who were like, why did you sell us the gacha ones if you're going to make real ones later? Which is a rather fair complaint. So they're re-examining this. Hopefully they still release it, because I think that set's good. I have no problems with that set, but it's still sad. Which one is Seraphon? Seraphon's the one on the left. He is classically used as an ultimate form for Patamon. And then Mitamamon is a recent addition. It premiered in Re-Arise as the ultimate form for that character's Kudamon instead of Sletmon, which is normally used. So either way, that's not what we're here for tonight. So let's get that out of here. Let's go ahead and turn off. Let's cut the music for a moment, run the intro. All right, good evening, everyone. This is Humulos, and I am here once again to work on my website, because it's got to be the best possible guide for Digimon-related stuff, and the only way to do that is for me to work on it, and the easiest way to work on it is to do it with some friends around. So thank you for joining me tonight. Tonight, we got a few things that I got to do, most of which are holdovers from last week. I didn't do a whole lot in between now and then, at least nothing interesting. I did add a little bit of stuff, so we're going to be mostly working with the Vital Bracelet tonight. So let's go ahead and pull up that page. And one of the things that I have already gotten around to is, first, I fixed an issue with an evolution requirement that I made last week. So that's good, all well and good now. And I've also added stats in here for Gamamon's evolutions. So now we know what the DP, HP, and AP are, as well as super hits and all that. I didn't add the Awake from yet, so we need to still do that. And then what else did I do? Oh, I also got the Jogos requirements. So I did get my... Where is he? There he is. Kitty's running around. I did get my Gamamon Dim, as along with my Digivice V, which Digivice V is right there on my wrist. And so I was able to go through, get all the Jogos details out. Very interesting stuff on here. Cyanic gave me a heads up on this, but only Betel, or I guess it'd be Beetle Gamamon, and because it's like Beetlejuice. Right, yeah. So Beetle Gamamon and Kanoweismon, they're the only ones who can actually Jogos. So Beetle Gamamon can Jogos up into Kanoweismon, Chimeramon, and Tankdramon, whereas Kanoweismon can just Jogos up into all these, which it can already evolve in all three of those naturally. So interesting way to go about it this time around. I don't know why these Dims are so strange, but whatever. The important thing is that we have it all documented, so we're going to go through, we're going to add that last little bit of information, and then for both Gamamon and True Shadow Howl, I'm going to fill in the little evolution boxes, make sure those are all nice and tight. So we'll start off with True Shadow Howl here and get that going. Racy is loving Gamamon, glad to hear. I actually haven't used my Gamamon Dim yet. Once I got this thing, I just loaded Infinite Tide right in and started raising that. I got Tobiumon like with no problem, which is amazing. Like, normally speaking, if I'm sitting at my desk, my vitals are just dropping so fast, which sucks. It makes it like impossible to use for someone like me who, listen, I'd love to be more active, but I also have to work for several hours a day, and I can't get up every 4 minutes just because my device thinks that I'm not doing anything or thinks I'm dead. So that problem is basically non-existent. I'm now constantly gaining vitals, which is amazing. So like right now, I haven't done much. Like, I've done a little bit of moving around here and there, and I just, I just ran out not too long ago, but I'm at 1,074 vitals, and this Ghostmon just came into existence today. So that's pretty freaking good. So, oh yeah, I don't think I said that. So I put in Infinite Tide, I got to Tobiumon, I swapped it out because I'm going to Jogos Tobiumon with Weezarmon from the Dynasty of the Evil, and I need to raise Weezarmon first, so that's what I'm doing right now, is raising this little Ghostmon up to Weezarmon. Is there any hidden evolutions on the Gamamon Dim? There are no hidden evolutions whatsoever. They are just sticking with 14 different Digimon on here. So there's no 2 extra perfect slots. There's no 2 extra ultimate slots. We've seen the entirety of the Dim. That's what it is. So, don't know why exactly they would do that, unless they felt like they were running out of Digimon, which they shouldn't feel like that. There's still plenty of Digimon out there. There's let's just see, what's the current number on here? This number is only going to be slightly inaccurate right now because I need to update. Oh, actually no, this is perfect. Let's tell us exactly what we need, how many we have. Currently on the Vital Bracelet series, we have 331 Digimon that are out, or that are confirmed. The only ones that might not be true for are these 4. So or these 3 rather. We don't know what the 4th one and these are, so these might be duplicates, and they also may or may not change some of these things around. So yeah, we don't know. That number might not be entirely accurate, but it is close to accurate right now. You know the Metalot Dim releasing? Yes, the Metawatch version revival releases on the 12th, so that's very soon, and that'll of course have the Metalot Dim with it. And the Dim itself is releasing on the 18th, so about 6 days later. So very exciting. I am looking way forward to getting my Metawatch, and looking also very forward to having this cleaned up. This still looks disgusting. I hate it. Like, I had to make this icon because there was no picture online for weathered metal except for a picture from the anime, and I'm like, that looks worse. These guys' sprites, I had to like just kind of cut out of that and use it because there's no official artwork of Metabee and Rikusho with only half of their parts. Thankfully, the mobile game for Metabots has some really good profile art, so that's where these 5 came from, the 5 gray ones here. The profile art directly from those games, because it looks great. Fantastic. And then the Tin Pet, just a random, you can tell it's not that great of an image, but it's the best I can get. All right, so let's actually get down to business then, shall we? So we have True Shadow Howl that needs to be fixed up here, and we have... Actually, I want that on the left side, please. Thank you. That one. Okay. And we'll get rid of this right there. I don't need that open. Okay. So we need to open TSH. There it is. I feel like I started on it. Did I start on it? I don't remember if I started on it. Dudicus, very excited for you to get your Digivice V as well. It is absolutely superior in every way, and I will be releasing a review on it next week. I'm just spending a few days with it, seeing how I feel about it, and then I'll have my full thoughts out there. Okay, so Virus 1, that is correct. Garurumon, we have you as 10-13-8. Is that correct? Actually, let's just look at Gabumon's thing there. There we go. Okay. No, Garurumon is 5-12-8. 12. 12? That can't be right. 12? 5-12? No, that's not right. Hold on. Although this stim does have a lot of weird crap on it, so I am just going to collaborate. So for those unaware, there is another source for Vital Bracelet information, and that caters to the Japanese audience, those who would prefer to have their guides in Japanese, which I can't blame them. I prefer to have my guides in English because that's what I speak. So they have a nice little spreadsheet that they use to keep track of everything, and I'm just going to go look at what they have for that just to make sure, because I feel like this is a mistake. 5+, 12+, and 8+ is almost definitely a mistake. So when I'm unsure of something, I go to theirs and I just see like, okay, does this mesh with what I have? And if it does, then I'm like, great, because we both independently get our information. They go in and do their own research. They extract the stuff from the DIMs themselves. They don't copy my stuff, and then I also, come on, having trouble finding the actual document. And then I also do the same. So that way, if I am confused about something, I can just see what they've done and see, okay, well, if my work matches, then I'm definitely right. If my work doesn't match, then I need to go back and double check what I did. And because it's in Japanese, I never know what to actually search for. I could just type the word Digimon in Japanese, but that's more work than this. Probably looking at the wrong version of Gabumon. Man, you are so right. That's definitely what I'm doing. This is why you're here. This is why I don't do this alone. Alright, so Gaming Nerd says that I'm probably looking at the stats for Garurumon on the original instance of Gabumon to Garurumon, and that is almost absolutely accurate. So, although, is it though? Because Gabumon though, this is Gabumon Black. Wait, how did I get to that? Oh, this is what we did, folks. Okay, see this? I clicked on that Gabumon. Yes. I meant to click on that Gabumon. All right, no, everything's normal. I'm just dumb. All right, 8, 9, 5. That's much better. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Because this is the one we need to look at. All right, cool. Got it. So I don't need to go look that up anyway. Not right now, at least. So, Garurumon for 10-13-8. Yes, that's correct. Dramojimon for NANANA. Yep, that's correct. Darulumon for 5. Ooh, Darulumon is different, so we're going to swap Darulumon's information here. And we're going to be putting that right down here. Okay, so Darulumon 5, 6, 3, and then Garurumon Black 8, 9, 5. Okay. Good. Next up, we have Garurumon, who should be 12, 3, 15, 70, 12, 3, 15, 70, 12, 3, 15, 70, and then Jogger Singh, perfect. And who you come from? You come from the first and the last. So AP1 first, AP4 first, Vaccine 1, Virus 2. Okay. And then we have Cerberumon, who his card didn't load properly. The heck? Okay, loaded proper that time. Huh. Wonder what that was about. Anyway, remind me to look into that later. 12 plus, okay, 12, 3, 15, yep, as usual. And it comes from AP2 and AP3, which are Data 1 and Virus 1, both of their first instances. Okay, Rhinomon, who is free, which means this needs to be changed to free 1 there. There we go. Okay, you come from Dromodamon and Darulumon, both at 10, 25, 10. And so that would be Data 1 and Virus 1. Pandamon. I did it again. What the heck's going on there? Why is that happening? Next time it happens, I need to double check something. Remind me not to get out of it. Alright, so Pandamon, you come from Garurumon. Same as the other one. So Vaccine 1, Virus 2. Okay, and Garurumon Black. You are the last one for AP1 and AP4. Perfect, that's what I already have. That seems to be Virus 2, and you should be 8 plus 2000, 10, 50%. Check. And then Jaeger Darulumon, AP2 and AP3 last, which it is, Data 1, and that should be Virus 1 for color. And then that's 8, 2, 10, 50. Check. Perfect. We're moving right along here. All right, Zed Garurumon. You should be... All right, so where Garurumon is above, so it won't be the PU2 first. We come from... So we just take that first one out there. And that should be Vaccine 1. Comes from Rhino, which is free 1, and comes from Panda, which is Data 1. So that would be PU3 first, PU4 first. Who's our other vaccine? Cerberumon's our other vaccine, that's right, okay. Alright, PU4 first. Yep, alright, and then you come from 10, 45, 15. Alright, so 10, 45, 15. And also, real quick, I just noticed these 4500s here. That's not how it's supposed to look. Let's go ahead and pull up our evolution data. On that page. No. Are you sure it's not? Yeah, it is that one. Okay. And Evo Egg. Oops. I was already on the right one. This thing's loading weird. So I changed out a large number of components on my computer the other day, and I think I need to do a clean install of Windows. Or at least, you know, one of those resets where it deletes all the programs and registry entries and you keep all your files. Just because the computer's running a little bit wonky, and it definitely should be running like super fast. So I think there's some stuff going on that I gotta clean out of it. So nice clean install should do the trick, even if I hate doing those. Alright, we're looking for 4500. Actually, all these need to be fixed. Look at this. I don't have commas anywhere. What kind of heathen am I? I always gotta remind myself to use them. I keep forgetting to actually use the commas. Mouse is gonna be faster for this than keyboard. I don't like navigating with a mouse as much, but in this case it is better. Can't not have commas, right? That would just be disgusting. So while I'm doing that, I'm happy to report that I had the freaking most massive tweet I've ever tweeted in my entire life. Just happened this past couple days here. And it wasn't about Digimon, because the number of likes and retweets I got is more than the number of people that like Digimon. So I thought that was pretty cool. I just made a stupid joke about friggin' Sora being in Smash, and people ate it right up. Apparently, the development team made that same joke, I found out. I can't figure out where the screenshot came from, but like Kotaku, I saw them had it as their hero image for their article about Sora and Smash, and I, for the life of me, cannot figure out where that image came from. It's obviously came from a developer, because it's like in-game. It shows Sora standing next to Duck Hunt, and which is the exact joke I made, and I cannot figure out where the crap they pulled that image from, because I just like being that I'm on the same wavelength as the dev team with that one. It's a pretty obvious joke. I guarantee like 1 million people thought of it, but apparently I thought of it and tweeted it out fast enough to rake in the sweet likes that do nothing for me. I don't know, I should check if that got me any followers, and if they immediately unfollow once they see all I do is talk about Digimon. Okay, we've got that fixed. Was an unexpected hurdle, but we fixed it. Okay, so 10:45, 15, that is correct there. So we're good with Zidgurumon now. Cerberumon, no, where Metal Garurumon Black comes from Cerberumon. So it comes from those things. So this is going to be the first. I wonder, why do you stream to YouTube, not Twitch? Many reasons. One of which is that yesterday Twitch got all their stuff stolen, and I knew that was going to happen. No, I didn't know that was going to happen, but there was a major leak on Twitch, and that's not to say it's like that can happen to almost any company, no matter how hard they try, but it obviously happens less at some. Either way, watch out for that. If you've got a Twitch account, you may want to change your password. The passwords leak. Apparently, they may be leaked passwords, but they should be encrypted. So you should be okay, but I actually don't think this is going to be a first now that I'm looking at it. I think the first is going to be elsewhere. But this is going to be a last. That's going to be 3 last. Yeah. And then Mega Room on Black. Oh, that should be free 1. That should be Vaccine 2. And this should be Virus 2 or 3. I think they swapped. Yeah, it should be Virus 1. Virus 1. And there we go. Okay. And that would be number 5 first. Anyway, so apart from Twitch getting hacked and all that stuff, which is obviously not an actual reason, I did stream on Twitch for a website called Gamnesia for a long while, and I just absolutely hate it. The tools that they offer for using with it, I much prefer YouTube's tools for streaming. I find them to be a lot more easy to use, more obvious. The control deck that I'm looking at here is like, it's great. I love it. Twitch, I always struggled to find things, and YouTube's just laid out, it's at least laid out more nicely for my brain. Which tools? So just like basically everything. The main things are like stats and stuff I find easier to get to. Stats and Twitch are kind of like, I don't know, and it might be better now, I don't know, but I found them very like unhelpful, a lot of the way they were laid out, and here they're like very well laid out, and it's also obviously linked to my same tool. Oh, well, streaming to it doesn't matter. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about monitoring the streams. I'm talking about reviewing them after they're done. I'm talking about setting them up. Like obviously, yeah, I use OBS whether or not I'm going to Twitch or to YouTube. But the actual like back-end tools, the stuff that you're using to monitor the streams and everything, I like YouTube stuff for that a lot better. I like their live control room way more. And then the other thing is that I don't have a presence on Twitch. My presence is on YouTube, so it's makes more sense to me stream where I actually have an audience, and that's yeah, that's just the way I am. Twitch has never really been my jam for several reasons, but that's mostly personal reasons. It's not to say it's like worse or better than anything else. It's just not what I am into. Okay, this should be 15, 45, 20, 70. Oh yeah, I didn't check Zeed's percentage. Should be 50. Let's fix that real quick. $15.45. Okay, so that's good there. And then lastly is Mercury. Actually, that's not true. Lastly isn't Mercury because of the fact that we're moving Omega Zwart. He comes over here now. Right there? Yeah, right there. There we go. We're not going to have any super ultimate column to go along with how we did it for... There we go. Usually people separate. See, I hate that they do that too. I don't really get the appeal of just separating streaming from edited videos because I find it more inconvenient for myself as a watcher. I'd prefer not to have to use two apps to look at everything. And I'll tell you right now, I hate Twitch's user experience. It's again personal reasons, but it's just I'm much like I live by the watch later list, and I live by I'm never online at the same time as streams are going on anyway. So it's like the way VODs work, I like them better on Twitch. Or I'm sorry, I like them better on YouTube. And just yeah, there's a lot of reasons why, but it's very much mostly preference. Like it's absolutely preference. Oh, Norman, thank you very much for the donation. That's super, super nice of you. Okay, so now we have that in the right spot, which means might be... I don't know, we'll see where that lands. I don't know where that's going to land yet, so we're going to see where that lands. Oh, Sam has a thingy. Pendulum Original version 3 Vandamon is listed as only evolving to Skull Mammothmon when you click on it. Ooh, well, that shouldn't be. It should be evolving to two things. Let's fix that real quick, shall we? Our device equals pen, and Evo Egg is pen 3x. Vamda. Skull Mammothmon. Why are you missing one? Interesting. I must have overwritten it? Why would I do that? It even says Prevo number 1. Where is the other one? That's super odd. Just not there. What did I do to get rid of it? Wait. Hold on. Because Vamda doesn't evolve that way. Okay, so that's why. 10-3-0. Yeah, okay, so the Vandamon right there. So it does have its 0. Oh, that's also 0. Okay, so hold on. I don't need to look at the preview evolution. Alright, so what is it on 1? Oh. Wait. Not 1. What's wrong with me? On X. Is it capital or lowercase? I already forgot. Vamda. Okay, so there's our problem right there. Is this needs to be a 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 0, 1, 2. Vamda's not on the other one. It needs to just be 0. No, it needs to be 1. This shouldn't even be on Evo Egg. Because Vamdamon's not on that one. So there, yeah, there's 2 problems there. It's only on the 3.0, and Evo number should be 1. Took me a second to swap back to the other line of thinking with the pendulum setup. And let's just see, make sure we got that correct. Thank you, Sam, for pointing that out. Okay, so Vamdamon right there. Yep, there we go. Paimon and Skull Mammothmon, both listed now. Excellent. That has been fixed. Okay, so let's go back to Vital Bracelet, and let's go back to VS Code. And we're gonna go look at Mercury now. Okay, so it did it again. This time, we're gonna find out what it's doing. Because what this indicates is that the... Where'd my... There you are. It's coming. Like I said, my computer's being a little bit weird because of the hardware swap, so I'm definitely this weekend going to be swapping that around. Alright, so elements. Undefined. Okay, so you see right there, it says that it's undefined. So why is it undefined? Console doesn't show any relevant errors. Those are just things that are missing because they haven't been released yet. And if I do it again, it's going to make it virus. So let's just, that details creation, I think, comes from charts. JS VBDM. No, it doesn't come from that. Main then? Digimon Shinka, Digimon details down 20. Okay, DM 20. Where the flip did I put it? Index for BBDM? Maybe it's in there. Oh yeah, I just have it sitting right here. Okay, I haven't actually put it where it needs to go yet. Alright, so Digimon details Ajax, that's the new method. There's also a spelling error and a sentence that had a word repeated, but I don't remember where those two things were. Ah yes, that's very normal for me. I do not do spell checks. Oh, Trooper's making an ACOM. That's fantastic. Okay, so this is Digimon Details Ajax, and it should be attempting to... Yes, Digimon Reveal plus Attribute. So it should be at this point. So at this point, this is set to go 500, or half a second, I guess I should say. It's set to go half a second after this runs, where this is just grabbing me the... Yeah, it's just running a quick get. Running XML, on exchange, status, response text. Yep. I get the response. That all makes sense. Okay. Sends it over to there. Great. Once it sends it over to there, it comes back, it grabs the stuff, and at this point, it should have the attribute. But it's claiming that it's undefined. Even though it shows up right there. So that's the part that's really throwing me off here, right? Is that this right here is the attribute. So if it knows it there, it should know it here too. Digimon Reveal plus attribute. And a Digimon Reveal is set all the way up here. That's why that variable is set. Only thing that would... Let's see, is it also... setting the class and everything there? What's the class it's setting it to? Let's see. Oh yeah, it sets all the classes, so it's doing what it's supposed to do. And then showing it. And it's waiting a second to do this so that I can actually get details. That's a real pickle right there. Wait a minute. What? Hold on here. How is this even working to begin with? Let's look at that, shall we? So we are taking Digimon Reveal, which is this guy, which is an established thing, and we're setting the class using the attribute command to details BBDM card plus the Digimon Reveal. Okay, yeah. Well, wait, no. Digimon Reveal plus attribute. That's why, because I'm doing some weird thing to make this work. I'm storing the attribute on the card itself, and that's missing from here. That's where it's pulling it from. It's not pulling it from the database. It's trying to pull it from this card. Because I'm also setting the attribute to attribute. But why would it say attribute? I don't know. So let's click on that again and just see how that changes. Okay, so now it's on virus. Which is what I want, but why wasn't it like that to begin with? And how come there's no attribute called attribute? Ugh, that's hurting my head. Am I going for Cybermon 2010? I am not. I'm actually going to be putting Wizardmon away once it happens, so I'm going to be going for something else entirely on a different dim. I don't know. I might go back to this. There's not a whole bunch on Dynasty of the Evil that I'm super into. Why can't I freaking understand what I'm doing here? This should equal out to Jimmy. Like, let's say this is Mercury. So this should be Mercury. Followed by... It's partially because this is like right there that I'm having the trouble. Dot attribute. Digimon in the field. The crap? Alright, yeah, I've got something going on there that I don't understand. So we're going to go back to that later. I'm going to figure out exactly what I'm doing wrong with it. And then I will fix it. But that's not what I'm going to do right now. Right now I need to focus on the task at hand. So let's do that. Alright, so back to True Shadow Hal. We will be coming back to that. Okay, Mercury, you are 20 plus. 5,000. 20 plus. And 70. And then from Mad Black Roar, let's grab the last piece I need there. That would come from Gaiomon. Don't I need 15? I don't have that down. Aren't these the ones that require 15? Yeah, I have there that... Oh, no, it's this guy. Duh. Why did I forget that? Okay, I'm just silly. Hello, Dragon War. Welcome, welcome. Okay, then 2070. Let's just make sure. Stage 15 cleared. 27,000. 2570. All right, so that's correct. All right, did we already see who needs to line up on Mercury? So it'd be PU2, which that would be the last for PU2. So PU2 last, and that's Vaccine 2. Pandamon is Data 1, and that would be the last one for Pandamon 2, right? Yeah, that's PU4 last. And then Jaeger Derulemon, I don't believe that's the last one. Or Jaeger. Ugh, so many things. Panda, oh no, it's not the right last, that crap. No, those Joggerses. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, Jaeger still has one more to go. Okay. So that means we don't want to list it for Jaeger. Cool. All right. And then that would be the first one for Jaeger, though, wouldn't it? I think so. PU2 6 first. No, PU6. What am I talking to? PU6 first. All right. And then we come to Omegamon Zvart, who should be the last for most of these. Okay. These three. All right. So it is not the last for this one. It is the last for PU1, and for PU5 it is the last. Okay, we'll try that. Vaccine 1. Virus 1. and virus 2. Okay, so we're saving. Let's see what that looks like now. Welcome, James. Tried to get a glow-in-the-dark VPET version 20th. The store listing is either wrong or it was hidden. Ah, that's a bummer. Also, your current 20th still has no replacement battery. Oh, well, you should get one. Just found the spelling error. And the FAQs for the Vibe bracelet, when you click on Digimon games, sometimes you will see bullet points listing multiple. Ah, I do like multiple. It's a good word. So let's see, that would be VBDM FAQ. Multiple. There it is. And fixed. Good catch. Been going to your website to see what requirements to do in my 20th Digivices. Glad to hear that's been helpful for you. Okay, so now I just realized I didn't actually make everything visible on True Shadow House. So let's make it all visible real quick. Look a little bit wonky for a moment, and then we'll fix it, and then it won't look wonky anymore. I should have made the lines visible too. What's wrong with me? All right. Let's try that. You said the name of brands is... You said to try for name brands. Yeah, dollar store ones are super inconsistent, so go with name brands. So I currently have Energizer, Duracell, Panasonic, Sony, LICB, and Amazon Basics sitting on my desk. But the one that I use the most is Energizer because I haven't tried the other ones yet. That's currently a video I'm going to be working on, is testing out the battery life of various... Did I just change all these things on the wrong thing? Totally did. Ugh. Hold on. Don't throw it all out just yet. Okay. Fix. And then throw that back over here. Made the edits on the wrong page. Classic move. Okay, that should be better. Actually, it's not going to be entirely better. Because I just realized I didn't change the, these. PSH. Okay, but regardless of that, I need to see what's going on with this guy. Why aren't you loading? So that would be Perfect Ultimate 1. That'd be why that's not loading. Perfect. Okay, so let's try that out. Am I enjoying Ghost Game? I actually am. I am definitely enjoying Ghost Game so far. A lot of people have had good things to say about it. I'm trying to be as cautiously optimistic as possible because while I definitely have enjoyed the main characters on this better, specifically Hero, we'll see how I feel about the Jimmy. I don't know the other guy's name, and Bimmy. But Jimmy and Bimmy, we'll see how I feel about them. And yeah, either way, as of right now, I'm definitely enjoying it. I'm just hoping it's not a Force Awakens situation, where I really liked Force Awakens when I saw it in theaters. I was super stoked. I was like, hey, Star Wars is good again. Oh my gosh, my cat is so cute. He's being really cute, guys. He's just laying in this big beanbag, and he's just like, such a small little fluff in it. Oh man, it's adorable. I actually probably show you a picture from the other day I took of him with it. But either way, yeah. So saw Force Awakens. I'm like, yeah, this is great. Love it. And then eventually, like, you know, Last Jedi came out, and I'm like, oh no. Was I wrong? And yeah, it turns out I was wrong. I don't think Force Awakens was a bad movie, but it certainly wasn't like the return to form for Star Wars. Actually, that's not true. It was very much a return to form in the sense that it just copied everything. But it wasn't a particularly, like, on its own, really interesting story. It's like you had to really like Star Wars to care about it. Okay, so we have PU2 last, but it doesn't look like we have PU2 first. So we need to add that to the end of Cerberumon. Where's Pokemon? My Pokemon died, as you probably guess. Here it is. Let's see, we got a 15 years old. Boom. I'm not great at keeping Digimon alive for long periods of time. I didn't do too bad on it, but hey, it's dead. I'll raise another thing on that pretty soon. And U2 first is what this needs to be. So it'll make the first point for the yellow line. Let's see if that fixed it. What's roughly a good price range? No more than $10 on Amazon, that's for sure. In fact, I think I usually get mine for like $6 USD. I don't know where you are, James. If you're in the US, and yeah, like $6 for 6 batteries is about what you should expect. That's how much these guys usually run. Between 6 and 8. It does fluctuate, but anywhere between $6 to $8 is like perfectly good for a good set of batteries. Planning on getting 2 of these Digimon X. Oh, that's awesome. I do like them a lot. I've actually got a Japanese one right over here. I was doing some tests on it the other day, and I do very much love the X series. Okay, all the lines are doing things. Not necessarily the things I want them to do just yet, but they are doing things, and that's the very first important step. Oh my gosh, Joseph, Tropia Dread arrived? What are you doing here? Go play it. That's friggin' awesome, dude. Wow. I am very much looking forward to that. That's all I'm going to be doing this weekend is just playing the entirety of Dread. I am so excited. I'm a very big Metroid fan, for those unaware. In fact, here, Samus, come say hello. This is the little Samus. There's little Samus. Yay. I've got a bigger Samus up there, too. I've got the Prime Figma, and I've got the... Well, technically, I think my wife has the other M Figma. I don't like the other M design as much. I like the big spiky shoulder pads. I think it's freaking awesome. But yeah, I'm a big Metroid fan. We also have Metroids all around the house, which is fun. It's like Samus Returns Cross with Fusion. That sounds about right. And from what I've seen so far, very much looking forward to playing it. It's going to be a great time. Hello, Greg. Let me tell you, no matter how much you don't like the sequel trilogy, it could have been way worse. Oh, I believe you. Don't you worry about that. I absolutely believe you. And I'm so adamant that I feel like the movies are still better made than the prequels. I think the prequels have just way too, especially episode 1, there's way too many problems for me to overlook. And I do like Force Awakens more than I like those, but it's, I don't know. I'm just not big into Star Wars anymore either. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's because The Last Jedi killed me or not, but I still have enjoyed some other side projects. I enjoyed The Mandalorian. I went back and watched the 2D Clone Wars because it came to Disney Plus, and I'm like stoked because there is nowhere you can watch that, and now it's available in HD, which is the most phenomenal thing ever. So I still love it. I absolutely still love that series so much, especially General Grievous in it. He got done dirty in episode 3, and he is phenomenal to watch in Clone Wars. I love him. Okay, so we have those are good. So what we need to change here are some colors. So jump up to Sagittarius. Right there. Okay, so in Sagittarius mode, we need this to be Virus. Actually, that is the right color. This needs to change. Vaccine 1, Data 1, Virus 1, Virus 2. And we need to change the outgoing colors for Darulumon and Darulumon Black. So this should needs to be Virus 1. This needs to be Virus 2. We also need to make this line shorter. The line coming out of Subaramon needs to be longer. One of Rhinomon's needs to be shorter. And Pandamon is actually perfect. Megarumon Black is perfect. And Darulumon Jaeger is perfect. So let's try that. I am more in Angry Birds stories. Maybe I should check that one out. Although that's not true. I probably hate it because I don't know how many of you were like there when Angry Birds happened. I was in on the ground floor. Well, not the ground floor because it came to iOS first, and eventually it came to Palm OS, WebOS, and which is where I tried it, and I loved it. And then now I try to go back to it, and it's covered in like ads and microtransactions and all this garbage, and I hate it. And there's little things that spin over, and it's like, here's your secret thing that you get because it gives you a free prize. And I'm like, I don't want any of that. I just want a little fling a slingshot and have a bird go. But now it's just so muddled. Angry Birds Space still looks pretty good, but that's also not very supported anymore. Rebels is amazing. That's what I've heard. I do need to watch it. I do want to watch Rebels. I'm definitely at some point going to check it out. What's the age limit? The Mega Digimon when they die. There is no age limit. They can live forever if you take good care of them. That's the hard part, though, is taking good care of them. That's supposed to go out a little more. Rhinomon is supposed to come from Darulamon, yeah? Yeah. Why is my mic so high up? Or why am I not high enough? There we go. Okay, so then I need to change Rhinomon. Where'd Rhinomon? There you are, Rhinomon. This actually needed to go up to 40. On eBay listing for around 10 Sony batteries for $477 a pop. I feel like it may be too good to be true. Also, Amazon on Salad on up and gotcha. Sony batteries are actually usually pretty cheap, I have found. So if it's $477 for 10, that doesn't sound too off to me. So I'd say go with that. Your 8-bit NES banner was amazing. Thank you. It's actually more than a banner. It's also a quilt. Unless you're talking about the quilt. If you're talking about my Twitter banner, then that's where that came from, is the quilt. I designed it. Well, I say I designed. I took a bunch of sprites and I put them in a location, if you want to call that a design. I like how it came out. But yeah, we actually, we've been in between comforters for our beds. We've actually been using that quilt to sleep in for the past few nights, which has been really cool. I'm just always scared to leave it out because of all these adorable little kitties running around. I don't want them to ruin it. It would make me very sad. I once 3-starred every level in Angry Birds. That's insane. I tried to, and then Angry Birds Seasons came out, and they just kept updating it, and I'm like, okay, screw this, never mind. I couldn't keep up with it. Okay, here's a good image of the kitty sleeping. Let me bring it up for you. There we go. That's little Goku sleeping on his big old beanbag chair. He loves that thing. Only the gray one, though. He never goes on the blue one. He only goes on the gray one. Freaking adorable. Only EA Madden games are littered with microtransaction. Yeah, I always get really confused when I see microtransactions in a game. Like, I went to go buy Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and then I saw like a bunch of packages you can buy, and I'm like, why is this in a game? And I would have stopped right there, actually, but I was trying to get a free Chromecast Ultra, and to get that, you had to buy a game, and essentially I'm getting like $20 off and a free controller for Stadia, which, you know, I'll use that for the 3-month trial and then probably never again. But I bought Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and I'm like, why is there this garbage in here? And it made me super annoyed. I was actually way more annoyed when Shadow of War, which a game I was super looking forward to for a long time because I'm a huge Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor fan. And then when they announced this microtransactions thing and I saw how it worked, I'm like, that sucks. So I didn't buy it for the longest time because I didn't want to support that crap. And then finally they removed them because I realized that was stupid. And then I bought it and I was so happy. James is a Sterling fan, I see. I am too. I like James Sterling. He's an angry guy, but unfortunately he's usually right with his anger. I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to that. My bad. That is absolutely my bad there. James Stephanie Sterling. Still getting used to that because I've known them as, you know, Jim Sterling forever. So it's taken me a minute. But good for them for embracing who they are. Okay, so I've got Rhino there. So let's look at the colors. So that's a red going into a red. That's a green going into a yellow. That's fine. Green going into a blue. We'll see. We'll see if we keep that. Red or violet. That should be the darker blue there. Well, actually, wait, we got the red right there too. So we'll make this one red. Pandamon will be red. Panda. That should be vaccine 1 for both of those. Check. And then the one going into Garurumon should be... Oh wait, I changed it on the wrong one. That should be vaccine 1. They're amazing. I got an Ambernet Retro console based on the recommendation. Which one? I've got the 350M, and it's a delightful little thing. I actually upgraded the software to a custom one, which is, it's still Dingus, but it's like a custom branch of it, which I'm actually liking it pretty well. It's even got native Mario 64 on it, which is surprising. Not an emulated version, but like an actual native version of Mario 64. So that's cool. I have a few problems with it. It's not perfect, but it's still like a wonderful little device. The only problems I have with it are a few GBA games, and then on Metroid Cross Zelda, the Super Nintendo randomizer, which is a bummer because I really like that one. It just kind of runs like crap. Alright, so those are both vaccine now. Okay, good. And we'll make both of these virus 2. And then Jaeger Derulu needs to be virus 1. Okay, moving right along over here. Do any of these not overlap? No, first we need to change the colors of them because I can't tell what colors they are. Vaccine 1, vaccine 2, 3, 1, data 1. Let's try taking that. $351M. Okay, nice. That's better than the one I got. How does it run? Well, does that one run the Dreamcast games? I can't remember. Or does it run can it run 64s? And if so, if it does run 64s, how does it run them? Because obviously that's one of the holy grails, is getting good 64 emulation on a portable. Alright, so now red, yellow, blue all overlap. Green overlaps with all those. Violet. It looks like the only non-overlapping are these two right here. So I can do an under for this. Oh no, actually this does, no, those do overlap. Never mind. Yep, those definitely overlap. Okay, so we'll do an under for that, and then let's visualize it. Native version, was it developed using the leaked Super Mario 64 source code? I don't think so. No, it definitely wasn't. It's actually fully converted from the ROM. Like, you have to actually have a ROM in Mario 64 to do it, and it takes the entire contents of the ROM and then converts them into a playable format for the device itself, and it runs great. It's even got a few improvements, like better free cam and maybe something else I can't remember, but better free cam is obviously the biggest one. So yeah, it just fully converts from the ROM into a native version, which is pretty darn cool. Oh, it needs to be under 10. Silly me. What if an update for the VB Lab app made it to where you can buy storage capsules for between? Would it be a good idea? So, I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea to just sell storage capsules whatsoever. I think that'd be great for a lot of people. I'm not one of them because I have like 20 storage capsules and I don't use half of them. So I'm not a good person to ask about that. But I think it's definitely like a good idea. Like, I think that's there's no reason not to just let people have a way to get even more. So yeah, why not? All right, so we have 30, 40, 50, 60, and let's start with Zeed. Zeed, you need to be 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay, so 70, 50, and then 40. Metal Garuru, you need to be 60. Yeah, you're on 80 right now. You're pushing everything over. Free would be 50. And then 30, check. And then what time is it? It's about 9 o'clock. I'm actually going to take my vinyl bracelet off for a minute. And I'm going to plug that in so it can charge for the rest of this stream. So it'll be the second time I'm charging today. I charged it for 1 hour this morning, after leaving it on all night unplugged, and I'm charging it for 1 hour this evening. Although it might need to do 2, because it didn't get down even to half earlier, so we'll see. I'll probably just charge it again in the morning for another hour. There we go. Cool. Have fun charging Ghostmon, who is at 12:06, and I need to put him to sleep. So that's a weird thing about the Digivice Digivice V is, yeah, you can put them to sleep at any time, but they don't actually fall asleep on their own ever. Like, you have to be the one to do it, which I kind of like, because that almost makes it like another care step. Although I heard some people say the obvious. It's like, oh, well, now you don't even have... Now it's even less of a V pet. But, like, that made it a little bit more for me. Because now I'm actually having to do the bare minimum of effort to make that happen. Alright. Mercury, you need to be 60... 40, 30? Yeah, 60, 40, 30. No, not 30. That goes all the way over. That goes to 60 again. Back to 60. 60, 40, 60. And then Svart, you need to be 70, 30. I like how that perfectly that lines up. The Burger Room on Black like goes directly into Svart. There we go. And 60. And for the outgoing lines, I think the only one that needs to change, let's see, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, that's the only one that needs to change down to 40 for Jaeger Darulu. Subtracting 4, so that'll make this a left 10. Let's see how that looks. I've already pre-ordered the vinyl bracelet for this month, but it'll ship in November because it's delayed. Ah, it's a bummer. Sorry to hear that, but it'll get there eventually. It can run both. 64 is passable. Dreamcast is not great, to be honest. It works. It just looks like garbage. Fair enough. That is cool. So 64 is passable, which 64 already ran like pretty crappy. Like most games ran like Ocarina of Time was what 20 frames per second. So I don't know. That might still look fine. Final Fantasy I Care, same thing as Digimon. Does anyone remember Club Penguin? I actually don't. I don't know anything about Club Penguin. Like when that happened. When Club Penguin became a thing, I'm pretty sure like I was already out of high school, so I don't know anything about it. All right, Rhinomon, you evolved Z to Metal Garurumon Black. That's accurate. So Rhinomon needs to have the thing that's currently on Metal Garurumon. This thing right here. That needs to go right there. Let's try that. Oh, another person's pushing November. So those of you who are having your Vital Bracelet push in November, are you the ones that ordered from Premium Bandai US? Just out of curiosity. And then Panda needs a color change and also needs it to be the last on that. Wow, that's pretty insane. Pew for last. Not that. And that needs to be changed to Data 1. Yep, Bandai US. That's what I thought. Yeah, unfortunately, like, despite being an official source, they just are not as good on the shipping. Like, obviously, they're shipping out in November, something that released in March, which is insane. I don't know why they don't have their act together on that sort of thing. It's a bummer. I have a deep-seated, possibly even irrational hatred of all things microtransactions. I don't blame you. They suck. I'd prefer to just hand someone $20 and play a game on, like, seriously, like, I will pay $20 for a mobile game, like, if it's that good. I know most of them aren't worth that, but, like, some of them are, and I would. Like, Sword and Sorcery, for example, that one cost me $5. I wouldn't say I would pay $20 for that one, but I'd say it was worth, like, at least 10. How much beautiful effort went into it. It's a very well-made game. Now everyone just gets it for free. But that game never had microtransactions added to it anyway. But like with Angry Birds, like I much preferred just paying I think that one was $1.99. I much preferred doing that and getting it out of it. I would have paid up to $5 for it, no problem. And yeah, that's how I'd prefer to do things rather than just have it littered with microtransactions at every turn that I don't want to see. Some games don't even offer the ability to remove like ads and stuff anymore. Like for a time in all eternity, it's like freaking in order to remove ads, you have to do it for a week, and then you pay again the next week to do it. And it's like, yeah, screw that. Okay, so Zed Guru, check. This needs to be changed to the Virus 1 coloring. Oopsie. I didn't mean to go there. There we go. Metal Garurumon. Change this to Virus 1. And then Mercurymon stays what it is. Zvart stays what it is. Alright, so let's refresh that. How do I keep my Digimon quiet when I'm at school? So if you push A and C on the device at the same time, if you're talking about a normal VPET, like one of these right here, push A and C at the same time while you're just looking at your Digimon, the device mutes. If you're talking about the Vital Bracelet, there is a setting inside there that you can go to turn the sound off. Okay, so are we good with this now? It looks like we're good with this now. All the lines are connecting. They're going to the places that I want them to go. And yeah. That looks perfectly solid to me. Great. All right, we're done with True Shadow How. Let's mark that off. Okay, I also didn't mark that off. Okay, add new Digimon to Gamamon chart. Check. Add Gamamon evolution data to database. Check. Update Gamamon chart. Actually, I still need to add one thing to the database. We're going to do that now before I forget it again. And that's going to be select from that where that equals that. Yes. Actually, don't do it where that. I just want to. We'll do this. Where activity equals stoic, not storic. I don't know why this is loading so weird. All right. Okay, stoat time is that. Apply. Okay, and then we need active. I'm not the person to ask about Ocarina. Never liked the N64 Zelda games. Very surprising. A lot of people consider that one of the greatest games of all time. I do like them. I very much enjoy them, but I definitely also recognize some of the flaws they have and can totally see why someone wouldn't enjoy them a whole bunch. So that's just surprising to see someone actually say that. Actually, wait, hold on. Did we? Okay, we did do that. Good. Apply the updates. Just I wonder if I could, like, if restarting Workbench at least might help out a bit. Because Workbench seems to be running a little bit worse. Discard the changes. Should have copied that command there. Can you just get out? All right, cool. So let's reopen Workbench real quick. Where's my OBS? Just so I can turn off the middle screen while I log in. There we go. All right, Workbench. Open back up. Trying with the Vital Brace, you need to turn off sound settings. So yeah, there you go. Because the review I saw didn't mention a mute button. Gotcha. If you do need to know functionality, I do have all the functionality for every freaking modern device there is, all on my website. So in the manual section, you can see how to do every single thing there. All right, it's loading. Doesn't seem to be loading much better. Yeah, it's not loading much better. Oh man, it's not even responding right now. Come on, Workbench, don't do this to me. You're supposed to be my friend. Wow, it is struggling. Do I need to kill it? Wait, okay, it's loading. It's loading. But I don't think restarting it made it any faster. So, okay, there we go. Oh, there's the intro again. Hi, the intro. Okay. So, active we already did. Next up is normal. If it's a VPET, press that's yep. My Gamamon, Black Agumon, Gabumon are coming before my VB. Oh. Yeah, you'll just have to sit there and enjoy looking at them. It's the way I used to do with video games as a kid, where I didn't have the system, so I'd buy the game and just look at the manual in the box all day long. I did that as an adult too, because I got Horizon Zero Dawn before I got a PlayStation 4. Because I knew I really wanted Horizon Zero Dawn, and it was on sale, and I'm like, I gotta get it. I love this game. And I haven't even played it yet, and then I played it, and I'm like, this is amazing, and I love it. It's a fantastic game. I really enjoy it. But I had the box, and I liked having the box. almost the entirety of Dragon Quest series and Final Fantasy series on mobile phones. So that is true, with a big asterisk at the end of it. So they do, but their versions are not always the best. Some versions are fine, but like Final Fantasy VI, for example, and they're doing the whole pixel remaster thing, which I have mixed feelings about that too. We'll see what I think about it at the end, but the version of Final Fantasy VI looks disgusting, like absolutely disgusting. Like there's a weird, there's just such. What am I trying to apply? The sprites are just weird, man. They're just weird. There's a bunch of tearing in the textures, and the monsters honestly look great. The monsters look fine. It's just the characters that look stupid as heck. Not a fan of the way it looks at all, and it's yeah. But yeah, no, when there's the version of Chrono Trigger, I believe, is like perfectly adequate. So that might be a good one to go with. I have the DS version, which I consider the definitive version of that one. All right. Getting my Gamamon Dim Monday. Very exciting, very exciting. All right, those should be good now. Cool, cool, cool. What are you working on? Did they make changes in stats? Well, currently I was just adding the sleep time, or the awakening time, to the Gamamon Dim, because I didn't have that before. You'll notice if I click on, did it again? Why is it doing so much tonight? It's happening more now that I've done this whole swap thing. So I feel like it's just my browser, my computer is like just having trouble loading this, which means that what I should do is probably run that command twice. Let's do that. Let's show. Let's run that at the end. Let's just take that whole thing. Let's do a timeout function on it too, just to be safe. And this is a band-aid. This isn't going to be my final solution. It's just what I'm going to be doing for right now. Okay, let's try that. All right, so now, yeah, the wait time is up. So there we go, sleep from 8 to 20. Very nice. So now we can actually work on filling in the chart for that. So if there isn't a human error in the update for Baby Baby 2, doesn't cause them getting the super hits back for their charts. Well, I liked having it there. Okay, I liked having super hits for the babies. That was cute. That was fun. Now it says turn NA, and I don't like that. I don't like that it says turn NA. And the solution is more work than I want to put in for something that silly. Just like how you may notice AP has 0 and DP has 0, but HP does not have 0. Instead of just saying NA for all of them. There's a reason for that too, and it's because I do those using integers, and NA is not an integer, so I'd have to change a bunch of other stuff too, and I don't wanna. Pixel remasters ruin the gameplay too easy. I haven't tried 1 through 4 yet, so I have no idea. I know the original Game Boy Advance version of Final Fantasy 1 was way too easy, but we'll see. I'm the only one I care about is 6. We'll see what happens. Dynasty Dim got sent out from Zenin. Very nice. You're being sarcastic. Good to know. But everything I say still stands. I liked when it said just turn. No, I had it on turn. Oh, that's right. I didn't say just turn. Well, it does say it's turn when I don't update it yet, but I didn't say turn 3, even though they can't actually do anything in battle. So, but it is more accurate. I forget who pointed that out to me, but they were right. Okay, so we are done with True Shine of Hell. We're done with Mad Black Roar. That means we can move on to Gamma. No, chart. Gamma chart. There it is. That would be you. So yeah, you were right. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Best version of Final Fantasy 1 and 2 are on the PSP. That is definitely an easy agree. I haven't tried the version of 4 for that one, but it looks very pretty. I did play the version of 4 for the DS. I liked a lot of what they changed. But I never liked the original 4 that much to begin with, so I'm not a 4 that made the enemy slower. It's like the... Wow, that's insane. And there's no like mode change, like, because I know FF4 in America was easy mode in Japan. So is it like that? Like, can you change the difficulty level to not be easy mode, or is it just stuck there? It's a bummer if not. The games weren't exactly hard. They were paced pretty well, I would say. That's coming from someone who doesn't even really care for RPGs. No difficulty settings. Yuck. Alright, so, Beetle. Gotta remember it's Beetle, not Battle, because it's Beetlejuice, not Betelgeuse. Yeah, look at this. Do you guys notice this? Just notice this. Gamamon's mouth is coming off of his head. How weird. Like, I get that would be totally normal in anime. But, like, the reference book pictures aren't generally, like, anime style. They're meant to be more, like, true, like, just drawings of what the creature would really look like. How odd. That's gonna bug me forever now. Is there other Digimon like that, where they have, like, weird anime proportions going on? Huh. Oh well, best not to dwell on that. Alright, Cuss needs to be the 8. And then the one I just copied is for Groose, who I hope gets officially named as Galasmon to match the dub name. I don't know if it will or not, because that's what it shows up as in the English version of the Vital Bracelet app, but that uses the dub names, not the reference book names, so I don't know. I think it's better than Groose. Apparently Groose still makes sense, as does Gulas, so they both work as star puns, but I think Gulas is the one that makes more sense because Beetle, Kaus, and Weezin are all like actual stars, whereas Groose I think is a constellation. I might be remembering that incorrectly, I don't know. Okay, 5, 603, and then NA. Cool. No difficulty settings. What a bummer. And the most annoying part is like that I don't like the pixel art either. Like, I don't get the point of them making really simplistic pixel art when, like, Final Fantasy VI's was gorgeous. But whatever. 4 was in need of an update for sure, but they also updated 4's twice. They updated it for the Game Boy Advance version, which those sprites looked amazing. The PSP version sprites looked freaking crazy. They were super high def, and I think those ones were a little divisive. Not everyone's likes them. But the Game Boy Advance ones, at least, were, like, perfect. I don't know why you wouldn't have stuck with that. And then people will be like, oh, but it was made for a CRT, so it's supposed to blur and stuff. But it's like, okay, but the Game Boy Advance isn't a CRT, and that crap still looked great. So, I don't know what to tell you. The music's really nice. That is good to know, at least. Screwing up the music would be a... Oh, no, what is this? Can't have that. Why did you just re-render the whole thing? What is wrong with you? Okay, select from Vital Bracelet. Now we want evolutions. Evolution where Evo device equals VBDM and Evo egg equals... Oops. Gamma. There's our offender right there. Apply the change. Okie dokie. So, Canavice comes from everybody. And all of them at 12, 3, 70, 15, 12, 3, yep, all of them come at that. Perfect. So we need a lot more of these. Can I fit 4? We'll find out. 60, 50, 40, 30. AP 1, 2, 3, 4, vaccine 1, data 1, virus 1. Okay. Next up would be Brachioman. Did the thing again. Did I refresh since I made that one change? I don't know if I did. I don't think I did, actually. Let's do a refresh just to be safe so I can see if it happens again even with what I did. Okay. Didn't happen that time, at least. All right, so Brachio, that's Cerbera. So this doesn't actually exist, so we can get rid of it. Goodbye, Brachio. All right, so you come from Vaccine 1 and Data 1. Okay, interesting that it doesn't come from Weezin, but eh. All right, and you are 10, 25, 10, 50. Okay, that just reminded me. I'd like to double check you. So I feel like we didn't actually put you where you need to be. No, we did. 8, 2, 10, 50. 8, 2, 10, 50. So it's just this guy that got swapped around for some reason. All right, whatever. All right, Chimeramon should be 8, 2, 10, 50 for both. 8, 2, 10, 50 for both, yes. And that comes from Vaccine 1 and Virus 1. Already got them. And then Tankdra. Yeah, no, it's still happening. Didn't need to refresh the page. I didn't change anything that would prevent it from happening. Okay, and yeah, only comes from Weezin. That's strange. Very strange. Data 2. I guess it does make sense. The other guy is basically a tank. Yeah, that makes sense. And that should be 8, 2, 10, 50. Check. Data 2, and that would be the last Data 2. So let's grab some of these guys. Oh wait, I already have one there. Why did I grab more? Okay, so that'd be AP3 last. This would be, oh no, it wouldn't be AP4 last, would it? Because that's going to be on Gulas itself. Data 1. I don't know whether this would be last or first, so I'm going to put it as last for now. And then this would be right here. AP4 last. Okay, we'll see what that does. We will see. Thing is, they could just do a good CRT filter of the original graphics. Do that too. Like, instead of making everyone like super consistent, I don't know, I just don't like it. I think Arachnamon makes an appearance in Ghost Game as a minor antagonist alongside Clockmon, and certain Digimon make a appearance in this weekend's episode. Interesting. I'm looking out forward to seeing that. Arachnamon appearing would make sense. It seems like they're definitely trying to stick with the creepier Digimon to use, which, yeah, why wouldn't they? Like, look at this. Freaking Porcupamon, Awarumanzemon, and Skullbaluchimon, they're all pretty creepy. Commandomon's not very creepy, though. Okay, Ultimates. Why is it doing that so frequently right now? Really gotta figure out how to fix that. I don't know why it's broken in the first place. I wonder if it's because the thing that I'm doing to set it isn't occurring quickly enough for it to catch. Maybe. Let's try that. So if we are to set this timeout... Oh no, that wouldn't make sense either. Wait a minute. How does this work? Details of dynamic plus Digimon reveal plus, and that's all inside of this, like, right? Highlight? No, that's just that. That's its own thing. So we're adding the attribute, and then we're doing that. What if we did that separately? What if we made that its own thing? Maybe? Worth a shot. But we're not setting a value for attribute. Why does attribute even exist? Is it doing anything? If I get rid of attribute right now, let's just see. Okay, seriously, browser, you gotta work with me. It's only 2 more days, and then I'm gonna do a nice clean reset on you. You're gonna feel so much better. I need to work with me until then. Okay, yeah, so whatever I just got rid of was definitely doing something. But I don't know what. Interesting. Why can't I read this? I'm like not in JavaScript at all. I'll have to do that off stream. So there's some things I can't think about very well on stream, and this is definitely one of them. Things having to do with specific JavaScripts. Just I have a hard time really focusing on them for whatever reason. Especially this one, because it's just like, what is this? How is this setting the class of those things? Like, why would I need an attribute class if I'm not doing anything with it? Or that's not even a class. Why would I need an attribute? Wait, this is getting that. What? The flip am I doing with this? Okay. Hold on. Go back. Remove this again. But then also now, remove this. But that wouldn't make sense. Where am I getting? Because if I do that, that's just going to bring up Digimon Reveal, which would just be the name of the Digimon. Right? Like if I was to do that and break everything right now. Sorry I'm breaking everything, everybody, but I just gotta... It's the only way I can think about this stuff. Just wish it didn't take so long to freaking load. Yeah, so that broke it, which is what I expected. But let's make sure it broke the way I expected it to. Oopsie. What did I just do? What did I just do? Why is this full screen now? What did I just do? Did I hit F11 and stuff? Yeah, I did. Okay. I hit F12 and I hit F11. Details. VBDM object. Okay. Object. If I do that, what does it appear as then? Still object. Okay. But just having that works for some reason. Those are the only places the word attribute even appears, unless I did something in the details Ajax. No, it's literally just getting everything. Wait, I'm getting the attribute from this. That's what's happening here. Hold on. So I am... That's right. That's how I'm transferring this to begin with, is I have set an attribute called attribute. That's where I'm getting the attribute from. So that's how I'm moving this over. Is there a better way to do it? Maybe. Yes, definitely. But I can't think of it at the moment. I'm probably just doing a post. It would do it, wouldn't it? Yeah. I might change that to a post. That might be more stable than the way I'm currently doing it. So we'll see. Either way, so I'm currently just making that appear. So that's why I didn't recognize this. So yes, so Digimon Reveal is searching for the class attribute in there, and I'm pulling the attribute out of there. That becomes that. But sometimes it doesn't find it in time. Huh. But I'm waiting a full half a second for it to gather all the data. But it's just not fast enough. Alright, so that's where our problem lies. So the solution for it is not something I have a good answer for at the moment. But I am going to think about that more and figure out a better way to handle it. Like I said, I might do a post instead of what I'm doing right now. Because, yeah, right now I'm just relying on this to be echoed, which it should already be echoed. If it's a PHP, it would have to complete before moving on to the next thing. Huh. Super curious. Super curious. Oh well, I'll figure out a solution for that at some point. Back to Gamamon. Also back to having colored backgrounds, please. What's up, Jordan? How you doing tonight? Hexy Beast, welcome and thank you for the kind words. Vital bracelet still in Japanese. Well, vital bracelet lab. Yeah, we're definitely not getting a an English vital bracelet. In case anyone's still holding out for that, that's not happening. Maybe I don't know. Maybe in a year or two, it could happen, but I don't see it happening. Otherwise, they would have not made the app in English so quickly, and been so keen on selling the Japanese version of the device to people outside Japan. So it just seems like they have one device and they are figuring they're good. So, Run a board game channel. Very cool. Yeah, use Digimon as pieces. Could be a ton of fun. I showed off a little thing. I'll show it off again real quick. Last week, that would be Domination. Little online board that we use for things here and there. So just a nice little board where you can move around just like in Cyber Sleuth and attack opponent's Digimon to gain control of the board up until you get a certain number of points. Maybe a software update can make it English. Well, yes. Well, no. No, it couldn't, unfortunately. Because the thing is that while the Vital Bracelet is in Japanese, the DIMs are also in Japanese, and the DIMs cannot be updated. The names that appear for Digimon and DIMs, they're images, and they get loaded directly from the DIM. So the DIM, no matter what device, even if there was an all-English device, when you load the DIM, the name's still going to be in English, or it's still going to be in Japanese no matter what, because that's just what the DIM contains. And then the Vital Bracelet itself technically can get updated, but it's the type of thing where it won't be. There's not going to be software updates for it because there's no online access. You'd have to plug it in and do it. And unless there was like a major breaking glitch, companies aren't going to give out tools to do that sort of thing all willy-nilly for this type of product. So a bummer, but that's how it is. All right, so Cone of Ice, we already did. So let's move down to Tank. No, already did that. And there we go. Okay, so we need to take off 2 of these because they're gone. And that needs to be Data 1, Data 2, and Virus 1. View 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need to put on here, so Aegistra can come from... Seriously, you're going to do it so immediately? Oh, I must not have saved this. Did I not save this? Refresh. Could not the app install an update? Nope, definitely not. If an update were to be applied to the Vital Bracelet, it would have to be done over a wired connection. NFC is not a viable option for applying an update because it's just too much data simply to be able to transfer. So not going to be a possibility there to use the app. Well, they could technically like create an thing in the app to wire it up and everything. That's at that point, like no one's gonna do that. Basically, like no company is ever gonna produce anything like that to make it happen. The only instance that's comparable to that is the time that Nintendo had to patch Skyward Sword on the Wii, and they did so by making a whole nother channel to do it. They simply didn't have a method in place to be able to actually do updates, so they had to do something really weird in order to make it work. That's the kind of mess Bandai is in, is they'd have to do a really unintuitive way of doing an update in order to actually do an update. Okay, Aegistra only has 2. And so that's going to be... It's not going to be anything for you. Vaccine 1, and that would be Virus 1. And it's going to be Perfect Ultimate 4 first. And then these two should both be Vaccine 1. Okay. Ultimate Brachie. Brachio, I gotta remember. It's Brachiomon now. Actually, in Japanese, it's Ultimate Brachimon with a K, which is stupid. I don't understand the reference book sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, Vaccine 1. And I don't think this is gonna be the first for Brachiomon. So we're just gonna take that out. And then Chimeramon. That would be the first for Chimeramon, though. Let's actually take that out. Put that right there. 3, and then Vaccine 1, Data 1, Data 2. Excuse me. Okay, and then Chaosdramon. Comes from like all of them, right? Yeah, it does. Alright, so add one more of these guys. And we'll need more of this. But not there. Okay, and then so that would be Pew 1, 2, and 3 last. So let's open these up. Get rid of the extra 2 of those. Need to add that last thing to the end of Tankdramon. Oh, we also need to get rid of this whole thing. Perfect Ultimate 4 last. Okay, let's see how that looks so far. So I'm going to make my Digimon wake up late 7 a.m. in the morning. There is not. The only way to do that would be to change the clock. Just saying, the way to handle it would be a Digimon app for other smartwatches. Yes, basically. And it's not happening in the Vital Bracelet itself. I'd imagine Japanese names are not much of an issue once you get used to the Digimon sprites. No, not at all. There is nothing to worry about with those, because like, especially on the Vital Bracelet, most of these guys are pretty recognizable. And if you don't know them, well, guess what? I've got a whole website for you. Or you have the app. The app even tells you their names right away, too. So, yeah, I've never considered Japanese names to be a problem. Obviously, I've been using Japanese Digimon devices for years and still can't read it, but I can at least recognize what I'm looking at. Alright, so I forgot to take out the stuff that's hiding everything. Oh, I scrolled when it would have automatically taken me back down to Gamamon. There we go. Scrolled past it even. Okay, so now we are starting off with some problems. Okay, this one is strange. Why would that one be a problem? Why is that one a problem? Refresh. Make sure that actually is a problem. Virus 1. Yeah, what the heck? Where are you going? And why are you going there? Gamma, CA1. That's not normally something that causes issues. Alright, so let's just try running that again. It's probably, I've just got something misplaced on this, but I don't know why it would. So if we go to our console, we do our this. So it works, but it's also wrong still. So why is it wrong? Well, it's going to depend on where Gamma is, isn't it? So if we scroll all the way to the top. Oh! That should be Gamma underscore D. That'd be why. Do that there for consistency. Alright, let's try that. Surprised it worked at all. Okay. Well, now it's just breaking for some other reason. Okay, so Gamma D, CA1. Gamma. Okay, because I got to do that to everything. Do I? Okay. Place all those, but not there. Not there. Actually, let's do a quick find and replace for this too. Okay, let's try that. What's up, Fat Dabs? Trying to minimize Digimon getting sick. I'm going to assume you have a Digital Monster version 20th. I think that's what you said earlier. And basically, it's just your poop. So if you don't want them to get sick, what you can do is let them poop 4 times, heal them, and then never clean the poop. They will never get sick from poop ever again after that point. It looks disgusting, but it works. Okay, so this actually all looks good there for the most part, but we do have these problems here with PU2. And I think we never actually put a last on there. Yeah, sure enough, we never did. Or not a last? No, we need a first. That's what we need. We need a first there. So there's now no downside to poop on the screen. Yep, no downside at all. Other than, again, aesthetics. That's about it. Otherwise, you got to just check it freaking every 45 minutes at least. And then clean the poop when you see it, because they poop frequently. That does not happen on the X devices, thankfully. They're starting at the Pendulum 20th, they realize their mistake, and they're like, let's fix that. And so now the things barely poop. Okay, so then before we check to see... Why are you there, Omegamon's fart? Get out of here. Okay, let's see how that works. Gonna grab the Blue X next payday. Very nice. Okay, now the lines are doing line-like things, so that's good. Do any of these not overlap? Every single one of them overlaps. Okay, no good there. So let's go up to... You guys are all good, right? Yeah, you're all good. Let's go up to Digivice first. There you are. Okay, so you actually are 100% solid. Brachiomon. You need to have the red line extended. To 30, 40, 50, 60. And the data line extended out to 50. And otherwise you are good. Chimeramon. You actually go with your lines, you just need to have your... Actually, no, your color is good too. Even if I don't like it. And then Weezermon is being very naughty and overlapping a horizontal line, which I hate. But it doesn't look like I have a good solution for that with what I'm looking at here, so that'll just have to stay as it is. But Tankdramon, this is going to be data 2. It's also going to be much shorter. It's going to be 30. Okay, and then Aegis-Dramon needs to come out farther. No, it doesn't. The others just need to come in short. 30, 40, 50, 60. 60 should be the maximum. 60, 30. $60, 50, 40. And then everyone evolves into Chaos-Dramon. 60, 40, 50, 30. That should do the trick there. It also looks like I have some lines that are too long on this end, so Brachio, you should only be 40. And it should have the left 10 class. Okay, Miramon, you don't need any class for that, but you do need to be 50. And then Tanctra should be right 10 and 60. Alright, see how that looks. Think we'll get any pen devices in the US after the X and 2-3? We'll see. I have no strong opinion that there will be, but I don't know. There's always a chance that they may surprise us and put something out there, but it's one of those situations where I'm not going to be too hopeful about it. Okay, I need to swap these two lines around because that's going to be a problem. But does everyone else look okay? Oh, Chaosdramon, what are you doing over there? You're all messed up. 60, yeah, look at that. How did I do that? How did I mess that up? But otherwise, you're good. Colors need to be changed, though. You need to be green. Chaosdramon already has the correct color. Data 1. Okay, and good. All right, so over here, what we need to do is go to the branches for perfect to adult, and we're going to swap these two around so that they appear in a different order. And that means we'll also need to change a couple of the width and stuff. So this needs to be changed to right 10 at 60. This needs to be removed and changed to 50. And then over here, no, don't do that. Okay. I was thinking I could be slick about it, but I can't. I might swap those around, actually. And by might, I mean definitely will. I forgot I could do a cool new trick. Silly me. Alright. 40-30. 60-50. 60-30 needs to be changed to 40. And needs to be changed to 40. No, 30. Why is it already at 30? I don't know. Let's try this. Gonna drop adventure mode. Yeah, as Williams Ramsey says, no, they're still William Rainey, not Ramsey. They're still there. Adventure mode's still there. Brachiomon, what did we do to you? Oh, that. What did we do to you? Let's try that again. Here come the lines. Okay, actually that looks way better. Holy cow. All right, so that's definitely an improvement. Those lines are no longer obscuring each other. Yeah, I am happy with how this looks now. Good, good, good. All right, so now Gamamon, I think is just done. This all look accurate? This all looks accurate to me. Fantastic, so let's go ahead and mark that off the list. Cool, cool, cool. I don't know why yeah, okay, so there. Let's just move that over here. And not that, we need to go to this. All right, so we're going to now go to the list page. Because the list page we have a major problem with. And we're going to fix that problem. BBDM list. So the problem is that if we go to the evolution guide here and we swap over to go to the current Digimon list, the issue that occurs is that it'll load just fine, it'll look great, but if you click on a Digimon, nothing happens. And I'm actually surprised no one's complained about this yet. but no one has. So that's cool. But I do need to fix it still, even if no one's complaining about it, because it's still wrong. So let's look at list. Oh, it looks like I actually already started too. So I've added the necessary JavaScript that I'll be using. So that's great, which I need to make that, I need to add that to the charts file at some point too, instead of doing it the way I'm currently doing it. Why don't I do it now? No, focus on this first. Okay. So we've got this right down here. This is what's making everything happen. So I think all we need to do is just change this to Ajax, right? I think that's literally it. Is that really all I needed to do and I didn't do it yet? What's wrong with me? Also, unset 264. Is this even showing every Digimon? Okay, so yeah, perfect. That's working now. It's also loading cleaner. Why does this load so much cleaner on this page? Whatever. Does every Digimon actually appear? Yes. Every Digimon does appear. Even though I have that set at 264, as if that was a limit. Interesting. But it works, so who am I to complain? Yeah, every Digimon is appearing. Okay, well that was easy enough. Ugh, there's still that problem though. Still need to fix that. Actually, wait, real quick, I want to see something. So if I come here, and so on-click Bosa. That's not what I wanted to look. I want to look at this. Bosa card, Tabler, card free. What was that noise? Where am I putting that? Am I putting it over here on the base info? Yeah, attribute equals free. It's right there. So when it doesn't work, let's see what that says. Let's try clicking on a bunch real quick. In quick succession. There we go. Okay, so Saberliamon, let's look at you. And we want base info, and we want looks right. Attribute equals data. It's there. It's not there. But when did I get there? I guess that's the question, because if I was to rerun it again right now, it'll work. Ugh, alright. That's going to be something to figure out. Since adventure mode is still available, are they locked Digimon that you must defeat? No, they're not. Every Digimon on the Gammon Dim is unlocked from the start, including Chaosdramon, who his stats would indicate that he's normally an unlock at stage 15, but he is not. He is just available right away, as long as you can meet those conditions. So nothing special about that. All right, so we're good with this now. We're going to add an item and make it unfinished. That item is going to be figure out why attribute doesn't color. I don't think that's saved. Yeah, it didn't save. Okay, we'll get to that. Is there a best of the Gammon Megas? Oh, here, let's look at the list real quick, why don't we? List of view. And let's sort this up by total. We're gonna do. And let's just search for the first instance of Gamma. Okay, so stats-wise would appear to be that Chaosdramon has the most stats, so 16 HP, 55 DP, 6 of the AP, and a lot of people say AP is the most weighted thing, like that's the thing that matters the most. I don't 100% agree with that, but I don't know, because like look at this, right? So if we were to decide that this is, oh, it's interesting that I don't have the activity type listed. I should do that. Maybe. No, I shouldn't. That's too much data. So this guy's active, right? So his special's on turn 2, and this guy is Stoic, so his special's on turn 1. Okay, so they have 16 health and 14 health. So 7 goes into 16 3 times, right? So that means Aegisramon needs to land 3 hits on Chaosramon in order to kill it. Okay, whereas this guy also takes 3 hits. So they're both kind of equal there, I would say. I wouldn't say one of them is well, obviously, Aegisramon would be more likely to win because it's a vaccine. But one way or the other, if you're fighting another human of these, then Aegisramon and Chaosramon both take 3 hits to kill each other. Now, if you have yours bumped up all the way with all the vital values and everything, then maybe it's a little bit of a different story, but they're pretty close together. And then the last guy is all the way down here. So 12 and 6, that's actually garbage. Holy cow. Like, major garbage, unfortunately. Because, yeah, you'll notice 12. So either of those guys can kill him in 2 hits. So, there you go. Plus, they're more likely to hit. So I would say either Chaosramon or Aegisramon are the better ones. It depends on what you value. If you value AP more, then there you go. Aegistramon's going to be your guy. Okay, what else are we doing here? So we have sprites for DMX items. So we need to add those to the DMX2 quests now. So let's see what we're talking about with that. We're going to go to the DMX page for quest mode version 1. As you can see here, the prizes are now actual sprites, which is beautiful, I have to say. So we need to do that for the other 2 quest modes as well, because it makes it look much cleaner. So if we go to quest mode for version 2, I already did it. I already did it. I already did it? So many experience codes. When the heck did I do it? Am I using the... Oh, I totally am? I don't know why that's already there. Prize equals HP ROM. That's right. I am smart. Sometimes. So if I remember correctly, what I did is... Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I did some rejects. That's what you gotta do. I did some rejects so that I wouldn't actually have to edit anything on the actual pages themselves. It would just take the name of the item, replace, like, make it all lowercase, and then replace the name of the... replace spaces with underscores, so it would match the file name scheme I'm going for. So even... And then I also made it so that it would have a title as well. What that means is that all I did was type in big protein for this, right? And so it actually figured out, like, all right, so big protein. So you need to lowercase the freaking... Actually, how am I lowercasing it? No, that's not part of the rejects. That's part of, yeah, string to lower right there. So I just took the big protein that I typed in, lowercase it, added the underscore, bam, done. So that means not only is version 2 all taken care of, but that means version 3 is taken care of as well. I was not anticipating that I would do something in such a way to make it much easier on me. Alright, so big meat, this is a problem though. We gotta fix that. It's not called big meat, it's called filling meat. DMX3 quest. Big meat. Place it with filling meat. Refresh that. Still says big meat down there because I didn't actually replace it. There we go. Beautiful. All right. So that is looking much better, much more succinct, which I like. So let's mark that off. And I want to add it to the manual too. I've never added it to the manual before, so I wonder how this will go. We'll have to make a CSS for it as well. Got 5 minutes to do it. That's not very much time. Okay, I can make this work. Bring up the DMX manual, and over here, DMX manual. Food and items. We don't have an icon for meat and protein, do we? Do we? I don't think we do. Let's find out. See if I do or not. Ba-doop-doop. Should be in here if I do. And UI. No, not under UI. Where is it under then? Where did I put those? I guess I could have that question answered by going over here and opening that in a new tab. Rex. It's not a rec. But I guess I had some reason to put it there before, so whatever. Can we sort this by... Not that, please. Sort that by... Where's date modified? I want date modified. There we go. Add a column. And sort. Gosh, this moves so slow. This is freaking... Really harsh on me. Alright. Yeah, no, I don't have those sprites. So we're not doing that just yet. I still gotta make those sprites and then I'll do that. So I guess that means that that is going to be it for tonight. So there we go. So the good news is I've got all of the charts now filled in for all of the currently available dim cards. Next up will be Metarot, which should be coming out in a week or two, depending on how you ordered it. And so I'll be able to add that in once I receive my copy of that. So yeah, that's exciting. Look forward to seeing that filled in. And then we don't have any more dims until December. So that sucks. They were releasing them so much for a while there. So November is going to be a bit of a dry spell, but that's okay. I guess it was every other month before too, but it just felt like so much more because they kept talking about more and they kept pre-orders for more. But now there's no more dims to pre-order. Even these guys, these guys aren't available. So whatever, we'll see where that goes. Anyway, thank you so much everyone for joining tonight. Hopefully you liked this. I will let you know now, I won't be doing one of these next week because I will be incapacitated. So I will be skipping that. I'll try to get some work done anyway, especially on that thing where the colors don't load sometimes. I definitely want to fix that. But either way, you can go to the Digital Hatchery server on Discord and hang out there. In the meantime, get your questions answered, have some fun chats about your Vital Bracelet and Digimon virtual pets of all varieties. And yeah, until next time, bye!